Davis's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus-yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? I dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
66. Bullet high. 6 guys.
Naeem Hines, his first carry.
Run.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Greystone trap. Check 3. Out.
He'll look to throw. Shifts by him. This to Hines on the drop-off. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Ready, break.
45. Mike, 45.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Operating from the gun, Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What would the dime look that time on defense? Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
4 down. Alert!
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike 51. I'm on.
They run the counter. It's Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, it's the mic. 58's the mic. It's a party now. Sponge. No. 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Put it ready.
From the gun, Love. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Love. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Here we go. Set. 8-3. Come off the ball hard. Ready, go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yo!
They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Yeah.
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
At the 18-yard line.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. It's a party now. Woo!
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
But it's third down.
Let's go now.
53.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Hunt. 64. Weak.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
Gain on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Ready?
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Yeah, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You don't want none.
West.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. 56. 70 ending. 56.
We own them. We own them.
Off the play fake. Love. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
66. Bullet. Pass.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, Mike 51.
Off play action. Love. He's going to fire one deep left. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Don't get nervous.
Operating from the gun. Love. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Guys, pick it up.
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the gun, Love to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
On second down, it's Mack, and this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Back to throw here. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
After the incomplete pass here now is second and 10. Now Mack, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
That's
up.
going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Sad Hutch the mark. 90. Wolf. Ben. Two dark corkers. Check. Sand. On. Fan. Gone. Dog. Check. Go.
On first down, Mack. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On the set. Rock. Mike, 45. They can't hang with us. Check.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's get that ball right here.
Wide. Recon, 132 fighting. Check 43. Check your hot read. Shift. Ready.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Vinatieri now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this is Callaway on the receiving end, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Let's go, baby.
So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Number 53. 53.
You must be dreaming.
Check 4. Check 4. Go. Here we go. Motion. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Let's get that ball.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line.
Yeah,
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 17, Colts 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Let's go.
Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 24, Colts 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And an alley to run. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's never easy to come into Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there. Here we go. Going to 53. Kill.
26.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Go. Check nine.
Joker.
We're going to 54. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No more.
Oh, it's going to be a long day.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a third and 2.
There I go.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
Going the other way.
He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice.
On the double.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Oh, yeah. I'm
On
coming.
second and 15 now. Jackson. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but now it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, watch that.
From the gun, Jackson.
Watch the pass.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Tavon Austin on the return.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check, check. Watch
Here's
the
Prescott. This
All
to
day,
Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Prescott now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Mike 54.
Draw play, Elliott. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
Let's bring it. 54 Mike.
On
Check,
2nd and a yard. Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Under. Motion.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Watch the flag.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Cowboys 7, Dolphins 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Dolphins take over first.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Balaj. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Now Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch out, watch out.
Watch the safety creep.
Switch. Go to 54, go to 50, 26. Off.
Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Switch. Going to 53. Switch. Check 3.
After the penalty, it's Elliott.
Watch the edge.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
26.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Mike's 5-4.
Nice, sweetheart.
Here we go, kill.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's our time. It's
Here we go, 46.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
Down in your city. That's
2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Cowboys 14, Dolphins 0.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
What we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard against.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun.
Watch 54.
Go,
Cooper's got
Let's
it.
go.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked it to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
From the shotgun again to Elliott.
Run.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. Let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To throw again, Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
Let's go, baby.
But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Prescott now from the 50. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 1, Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd and short. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
54.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott.
Here I come again.
He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm coming after you.
10th carry now for Elliott.
Switch.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch 54.
That is caught.
Here we go.
It's Cooper for the Cowboy
It's just me and you.
touchdown.
It's just me and you.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to pull it
Yeah, way to
on.
go. That's what I'm talking
Zerline
about,
good
boy.
with a
That's what I'm
PAT.
talking about.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
The score, Cowboys 31, Dolphins nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one because
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
Under 10.
How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Right there,
Now
right there.
Prescott.
54 Mike. Ball.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd
I know you felt
down.
that one.
These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee.
It's our field. It's our field.
Touchdown,
Hey, it's our house.
Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 32 yards.
There we go. Oh.
As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case,
and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown here of the campaign. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles. Pressure, and they got to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going deep here, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. You just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go.
It got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys.
Great
Amari
job.
Cooper,
Touchdown for Dave.
74 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming,
Here we go.
Wake up.
Here we go.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Play action. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check the backer, check the backer. On the ball.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Back him up.
Gerald McCoy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line.
54
They're already down big.
I'm coming after you.
And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche. And the pressure gets to him again. Back now in Arlington.
Get him, boys.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
A first down carry by Elliott.
Switch gears.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Run.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go, 47. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Not here. Mike is at the 4. Here we go. 26.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp
54,
on the
right there,
sideline as he
54
could
Mike.
not come up with that football. Prescott down. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Over there. You're on an island.
Check 37. Check 37.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown.
That's 6. Touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
I got him.
Check 26.
Hey, what?
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Focus, defense, focus.
26.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All day, baby.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They go to Elliott again.
Run.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
Baby, boom.
Well, that 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike 52.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
26.
To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Bring it up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today.
Yeah, baby.
Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Come on, baby, let's
Now
go.
they're down big here in the
let's
fourth.
go.
They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
Run!
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Come on, D!
Again, it's Elliott. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
I'll get him! Get him!
Hot 7, hot 7.
Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Cooper was the intended target.
All day, every day.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Hey, defense,
They've
let's
lost
go.
this
Pick it
one.
up,
Their
D.
offense has struggled.
58's the mic,
Do they
58.
try to put
58's the
together
mic.
something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Buzz.
Hatchet! Hatchet!
Shift.
Hey! Motion! Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
Ball try.
Right over there. Yeah. Right there.
One last
Rip
shot
right,
for
rip right.
Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. Watch the run. They're running it.
Check. Fresno.
SOS.
Delta.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Here we go.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Where were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.